Welcome back to pen reviews from the middle of nowhere because I don't want to wait until I get home to open up these new pens that I picked up in Chicago. Today we are looking at two pens that Monteverde provided to me. They actually provided 3 pens, but the third is a limited edition 25th anniversary pen, which I feel deserves its own video. These 2 pens, on the other hand, are actually the same pen in 2 different colorways, and so I'm going to combine them into one video because they are 2 different nibs, even though they are the same pen technically. So we have the Invincia Vega in Starlight Purple, and we have the Invincia Nebula in a broad nib. I really like the Monteverde pen cases. They are green, they are faux leather, they are very pretty, they are very giftable pen, I would call them. Compared to something like the Vega Sport or even most of the Lamy pens that come in those paper boxes. These look very nice for a fairly reasonable price point. I think both of these pens retail for $90 US. So let's take a peek. This is the Starlight in purple. I would describe my purple as a very hot pink purple. I did see some purples at the show that were very, very dark purple. So let's take a look at this pen and then we'll look at the other one. These are a twist cap with a very pretty nib. They do both have their black nib on them, and both also use the twist converter. I would say both of these have a very tight twist converter, which is nice. It means nothing's going anywhere. This pen itself comes in this colorway, comes in blue, yellow, green, or purple, and comes in I believe it's a ballpoint or a fountain pen. I obviously chose a fountain pen, though I have heard that their ballpoints or roller balls are very nice. Is it a ballpoint? It is a ballpoint. I do really like that Monteverde, as well as Conklin, give you a handy-dandy card to tell you which refills your pen takes. So this pen takes a threaded converter or ink cartridges, but currently has a threaded converter installed, hence the little black dot. It also comes with 2 cartridges. It comes with a black and a blue. And so this is the Starlight model in purple of the Invincia pen. And then this one is the Nebula. Comes as no surprise that I have chosen something that is shiny and color shifty and all that fun stuff as a pen from them. This pen, on the other hand, has a broad nib. It once again has a black nib, though the trim on it is black, whereas the other one has like a black chrome trib. Once again, you've got a threaded converter. I really like threaded converters. I feel like not enough pens do them, and so I really appreciate the fact that from what I've seen, all of the Monteverde pens that use converters have threaded converters, or at least all of the ones that I've acquired so far have threaded converters. And on the base of this pen, it includes all the different inks they have in their core line as well as their special edition lines. They also apparently make a pen flush, which I might have to acquire some of because I do have some pens that are stained with ink. And once again, 2 cartridges. So let's get into writing with these pens. I am going to use an ink that Monteverde provided, which is from their Animals or Jungle collection. This is Chameleon. I really like this purple ink. It is such a pretty purple. Also really like their bottles. They're cute, they're heavy, they're hard to knock over, and honestly, that's a good thing. They also, still in their special edition line, use their ITF technology, and I like that it includes all the different colors that it comes in. So I have Chameleon and I have Lion from this line. I did look at Turtle, but I decided I had enough teal inks. So let's grab a traveler's notebook and have some fun. let's start with the broad. So this is the Monteverde how do you spell Invincia? I do love their broad nibs. I would say that that's probably, I don't know, it's somewhere between a medium and a fine on the reverse. And then ink. I just spelled chameleon wrong, didn't I? I did. Chameleon. That's a fun pen. There is something about the Monteverde broad nibs. They're just so broad. And there's something really fun about that. So let's look at the Starlight Purple. So I think it's got more things in its name than that. So let's grab the box. Monteverde. And screw this in all the way. Oh, this one writes reverse. Did the last Omniflex? Sort of. This one writes better reverse though. Ink is Monteverde Chameleon. I spelled chameleon wrong again. It is a much stiffer flex, but it does flex. Like, it does flex. It's just a stiff flex. So, I think it'll just take some getting used to. That being said, I do really like their broad nibs. And I honestly think I'll probably end up snagging their broads. Next time I see them on Amazon, I'll probably end up snagging one in black and one in rose gold, because they are, the really nice thing about Monteverde and Conklin nibs is they are available on Amazon for a fairly reasonable price. I think they're about $25. So it's an easy way to test out a whole bunch of different nib sizes, especially because they offer something less common like an Omniflex in their nibs. There are very few brands that offer a Flex or an Elastic Fine or an Omniflex, especially in that lower price category. They're just not as common, so they are fun to play with. They're not an everyday writing pen, but they are fun to play with. So, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you've got an Omniflex nib in any of your pens. Had you even heard of them before? I know that I hadn't heard of the Omniflex until I was looking at them in Monteverde pens, but I also hadn't heard of the Elastic Fine until I was looking at them in a Leonardo. So I think I'm just used to seeing Flex and not seeing all the different versions of sort of semi-flex that are out there. So let me know what nib size you would have chosen. I really like their broads. Like, their broads are so broad, and I also can't wait to actually put ink in these pens. I'm just being very patient because I have far too many pens inked up currently, so for now, everything's being dip tested, and I will be patient and wait to ink stuff up fully. Because I think I've got like 25 pens inked currently, and I don't need more. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what colors of the Invincia you would have chosen. They have them in so many colors, but I really, really like both the Nebula and the Starlight. They're just super pretty. They're also very me. Also, for a metal pen, they're not too heavy. There's some metal pens that are quite heavy. These two are not super heavy, so I'm very happy with them. As always, I will leave the specs to the website below. I don't weigh pens, I don't measure pens, so if you're interested in all that stuff, I will leave the link below to where you can find out all that information. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.